Hello, my name is Louise and today I'm filming my 46th eyeshadow roulette. I am filming this approximately 4 days late, so I was thinking if I should modify my goals. My goal is usually to use every shade randomized twice, but part of me is like, should I change it to once? But I think I will still have the goal of using them twice and then I'll just see how it goes. The reason why I didn't film this earlier was because I was actually in the south of Sweden and I had planned on returning a few days earlier. But when I was there, I was like, yeah, I have the luxury of being able to stay on for a few more days. So that's what I did. But anyway, I have used these shades randomized last time twice. I didn't use a single one more than twice, but that's fine. So let's go through the shades from last time. The first one was from the It's Freaking Bath palette, the collaboration between Shroud Cosmetics and Batty Bean. It's such a pretty palette. It was the shade Dairy, this super dark, like purpley, I don't know, purpley shade. Oh, it's so pretty. Like in the camera, it looks a little lighter than it is, but it's so pretty. I used it to smoke out a look, which was fine, but I did use it as a liner, which I felt was so nice. So I used it twice. And as I had hoped, since this was randomized, I did end up using, I think it was only 2 other shades in this palette, but I did use both Apparition and Zero. They are so lovely. Yes, this was such a win. So that one. The second shade was from the NYX In Your Element Fire palette, and it was the 11th shade, which is this beautiful duochromy gorgeousness. It's so pretty. I love it. I used it once all over the eye with a few of the other shades from this palette. I used it once as like a outer corner deepener shade, but really it should just be used all over the eye or on its own, or just because it's so freaking gorgeous. So that one. Then the third shade was from the Urban Decay and Kristen Leanne palette, the Kaleidoscope Dream, and it was the shade TRM, which is this dark metallic blue. Also very, very lovely, very dark, very metallic. Look. I used it with another shade, which I will get to. I used it with other shades in the palette. I used this one, and this one together. This is like a minty green. That look was a little OTT, let me tell you. I kind of blended this out onto my nose. It was like whoosh when I look at the pictures. I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I still really enjoyed this color. So that one. Then we have the shade that I was super excited about. Well, I can hardly tell which one I was more excited for, but it was from the XX Revolution and Matrix palette. I call it the Matrix palette, but it's not called the Matrix palette. It's called the Trinity Luxe palette. But anyway, it was the shade Belle 212, which is this perfect coral neon orange thing. I absolutely adored it. Adored it. I used it all over the eye. I used it with TRM. Dora from Dora aka Fuchsia Soul, she suggested that I combine these. I feel like I'm gonna let her down because I could see in my mind's eye that would be so cool. And I don't know, I think I might have to do it again because I think it would be nicer if I did this all over the lid and then smoked the crease out with the orange. I did like a normal, like an orange and a blue. So I think I have to do it again, Dora. I have to do it again. But anywho's, so now we have the shade that I was the least excited for. I think whenever it's from a palette that I like and it's a boring shade, I get even more disappointed, It was from the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde, which is a gorgeous palette. And the shade randomized was called Momentum and is that one. Like a beigey white. Excuse you? What? Okay, not beigey white, I guess. More like a beigey bone something. Yeah, but yeah, okay. And I can never swatch these shades because they're so pale and they're pretty much my skin tone, but it's there. Yeah. However, I will say that I used it one day with a shade from the Nikki Tutorials palette by Beauty Bay. And I used this one all over the lid, and I like did a liner with one of the shades. Such a nice look. I was like, is it this one? I don't know, but yeah, you know, it performed as expected. So I'm not that disappointed in a way, but in another way, I am obviously very disappointed, because when you have these four and then you get that one, you're like, what the hell? Anyway, I used all the shades twice. That was my goal. I met my goal. I am pleased. I have nothing else to say now other than here are the selfies from the past 2 weeks. Okay, so those were the selfies from the past 2 weeks. Let's randomize new shades. I have 55 shades in singles and 433 in palettes. That leaves me with 488 shades. So I have pulled up a random number generator. So let's enter 1 to 488. And now generate. Okie dokie, so 416. Yes, that's fun. Ooh, is it? Oh my goodness, wait. Yes! Okay, so 416 is from the Urban Decay Naked Ultraviolet. And it's the last shade in the palette. I think it's a dark shade. Okay, it is, but it's kind of pretty, right? I mean, you know, it looks like a rusty brown something. Yeah, oh, that is nice. Doesn't it kind of look like it shifts in red? Wow, that's pretty. Okay. Okay, so, it's called digital, did I say? Yes. Okay, off to a good start. Also because I really want to use other shades in this palette, so this is good. This is good. Oh my God, I'm already seeing like possible okay, this is good. This is really good. Okay. So let's randomize the second shade. 198, that's pretty old. That's also exciting, but for different reasons. Okay. No, is it? Oh, I am excited. Okay, I'm getting excited, but I haven't checked if I have used this before. So it's from the Huda Beauty Neon Pink. Let's breathe. Okay, let's breathe. So 7, 8. I haven't had it before. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So Huda Beauty Neon Pink palette, and it's the first shade in the palette, which is oh my God, this palette is looking just horrible, mainly because it's all crumbly. It's that shade, the first shade, which is a really, really beautiful, I've called it an apricot pastel. I guess that's a pretty, you know, good description. Oh, it looks so pale. It's not this pale. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, fun. Let's randomize the third shade. Oh my gosh, a single. Oh my gosh. I love singles. Why do I love singles? I don't know. Oh, it's a purple shade from Lancôme. I don't know what it's called. Purple No Name is what I have, you know, called it in my little list. Oh, this was one of a very old shade. But I bought it because Lancôme used to be very good with like duochrome shades. And I mean, this is years ago. And they did shades that were very beautifully shifty. I don't think you'll be able to see, but in my view, it kind of shifts to a purpley blue. Oh, it's freaking gorgeous. Oh, that is going to be super fun. Oh my goodness. Okay. Good. Rightio, we're doing good. Let's randomize the fourth shade. 378. Oh, have I had it before? Oh, I have. Oh, it was from the Gloss Gods Touch Me palette, and it was the shade Petra, which is a beautiful shade, but let's randomize another one. Wow, we're really going back and forth. 150. Old to new, too old to new. Oh, ooh, it's from the NYX Fire palette. Okay, and I haven't had it before. Okay, so I've called it Metallic Gold, the 6th shade. Oh, I guess it's that one. I don't know if I would call it a gold. Maybe it's more like a bronze, a brassy gold. Yes, pretty though. A little neutral. We all know me and neutrals, but yes. Okay. I have no idea what color I want. Like, what do I want to combine these with? I have no idea. Oftentimes I feel like I have like an idea of, oh, this shade would be pretty now, but I don't know. Okay, let's randomize the 5th shade. Okay, so 253 is from the Linda Hallberg Infinity Deep palette, and it's the shade Mars. I think it's a red. Yes, it's a dark red with a little bit of a shifty glitter thing. Yeah? This is not a cohesive color palette. If you would remove the two in the middle, these two, it would be pretty nice though. Like these 3 would go very beautifully together. These 2 go very nicely together. These 3 go together. Yeah, these 2 and these 2 do not really, I don't feel like they will play well together, but obviously I'm gonna have to try, I think, maybe, perhaps, but yes. So, last week's and this week's. Yeah? I mean, I feel like none of the shades this week were like a true dud in the sense that this Momentum shade was, you know? I mean, these are nice shades. They're beautiful. They are also, like, these 3 are leaning into, like, fall, aren't they? But, you know, it is August, so I guess we're nearing, like, the beginning of fall. We are not there yet, but we are definitely nearing it. Anyway, so yeah. Okay. So, let's go through the shades for the coming 2 weeks. First, we have from the Urban Decay Ultraviolet palette, the shade Digital. Then we have from the Huda Beauty Neon Pink palette, the 1st shade. We have this really old Lancôme shade that I have no name for. We have the 6th shade and the NYX In Your Element Fire palette. And then finally we have the shade Mars from the Linda Hallberg Infinity Deep palette. So yes, this will be fine. They're good shades. Also, I mean, the Huda Beauty palette, the Urban Decay Ultraviolet palette, and the NYX Fire palette are beautiful palettes. So I'm fine. The Linda Hallberg is a face and eye palette, so I think maybe I'll try to keep, you know what, I'm gonna try to use other shades in this palette as well and have maybe like a whole face thing going, because that's the point of this palette, you know, like Fornax can be used as a liner, a contour and bronzer, it's like a fun highlighter thing. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. But yes, so that was it. 10 days with these shades. That'll be fun. It'll be nice. They are beautiful. So that's it. Nothing else to say now. Like I said, have recently returned today. I got back today from the south. It's very nice to be home, sleep in my own bed with a kitty cat, my husband. So I am going to take off my makeups for today. Look at these beautiful things. Oh, I'm gonna, you know, not look at these so much because thank you. But I'm going to look at these and plan tomorrow's look. Ooh, as I've said before, best part of my day for myself, and at least the part of my day where it's just for me, you know? And I'm also gonna do my nails for today because I've had the same nail polish for 4 days and I was like, I want another color. But I only brought one color to the south. So yes, plan tomorrow's look, do nails, finish my tea, which is in this amazing cup that my friend bought for me and sent to me from the US. Yes, I don't think it's everyone's cup of tea. Ha ha ha, it's a cup of tea. Okay, anyway, wow. good night. I should say good night. I should not stay up anymore because you can tell I am a little rambly. That's fine. So yes, I hope you're having a nice day, morning, evening, night, wherever you are. Take care of yourselves, wash your hands, get vaccinated or get your booster shot if you can. And I will see you in 10 days-ish with a new eyeshadow roulette. Bye!